Hey, kia ora whānau. How's it going? Welcome back to our garden to table little series, and I'm doing a bolognese. So I've cooked up the carrots and the onion and the celery. I also will season it through just for taste, but I just put a little bit of pepper in. I'm just wanting to. Just put a bit of taste to it, but I'll season it later on. See what that comes out like. But yeah, just ready now to put the mince in. So what I'll do is say I've got probably a kilogram, 800 to a kilogram of beef, and then 600 grams of pork mince that I'm going to be putting in. And now I'm just going to add that in, round it off, and cook it away. So effectively you're mixing it up using a nice little tool here, a wooden spoon. And I just keep mixing it, breaking it down, and you're pretty much just going to be meshing it. Benacino's plate, I think it's called, on Facebook. He would use a bigger pot to be able to cook everything in. Maybe I should have actually as well, but hey, I've used this before and it's fine. So I'll just be going through and breaking the mince down and just stirring it around to get it to brown off. I added a bit of water in before, just to keep the moisture up. So this is Anyway, that's what we're doing now. We're just browning it off. I'll add in the pork mince. Pretty simple, just break it in, mix it up. Yeah. So effectively, the base is the carrots, celery, and onions. Some folk will mince it up, or they'll blend it up into its fine paste. But that's also for another type of dish. But I like them whole, because actually when you're eating the bolognese, you have whole carrots, celery after the cooking process. I've cook those to a point where the onions are kind of a yellowy, and that the celery and the carrots are not quite soft, but they're getting towards the soft part. I don't want them cooking too much, otherwise they go out of sync with the rest of it. Now I've just added my mince in, I'm just going to go through a process of browning it off. Do some more seasoning, and then I'll add in the purees and the sauces that I'm using later on, as well as some wine as part of the moisture, keeping the moisture up. But as I said before, once it's browned off, it'll actually be I'll turn it down lower, and it'll be a slow cook, and I'll just cook it over 4 hours this afternoon. It should be ready tonight. So I'll just let this carry on through and brown off, and then we'll come back on and show you what I'll do around the pasta, adding the pasta sauce, tomato sauce, or not tomato sauce, the pasta sauce, the tomato paste, and the puree. I'll put all those in. In fact, I might even go and get another can of tomatoes and put those in as well, just to fill it out a bit. Alright, can't wait. Remember, keep clean, wash your hands, preparing the food, think about timelines that you want to cook your meals, set some time aside for it. It does take a little while with your if you're doing this. There are quick ways of doing it, but I don't think the taste is nice. This one here, my whole family love it, and yeah, that's why I'm making a big lot. And once we've done it, I'll show you that this sauce that's made up of the mince and so forth, and these sauces, the tomatoes, are a base for a number of meals. And in this case, for us, it's going to be the fettuccine. But you can also do lasagna using this sauce. So there are multiple ways of doing it. The other good thing about cooking bulk like this is that you can use it over a number of meals rather than just doing a small meal. You do a big one, and then you might have 2 or 3 meals that you've got available. And as a base, you could even freeze it, chuck it in the freezer, set it aside, chuck it in the freezer, and you can pull it out and use it for something else. Just kind of thinking of other ways of going about cooking that's economical for us and gives us the ability to use our time, because sometimes we are busy. Despite what I was saying earlier, we are busy. Life is hard at times, and I like cooking, so this is what I do. I don't mind the long parts. But I have thought about the process of the garden through to the dinner table. And so what I'm trying to do and encourage whānau to do here in Kaikoura and other places is think about the lifestyle that you're wanting to wrap around your whānau or your hapu or iwi or your community, and how do those things link together. So we've done and do beekeeping. We'd like to get chickens at some point. We've got a garden, and we try to encourage whānau in our Awhi Marakai project is to have gardens around the community, and that they're not only preparing the soil, planting kai for them, but they're also then cooking it. And I understand that for some of us we're having to learn those skills and relearn them, but yeah, we're in a time and phase where we need to think about food security and the welfare of our whānau, and maybe it's a good way of reconnecting with our kuia and kaumātua, that this used to be a normal habit for them, particularly if we're younger, is what does it mean for us to grow and cook our own kai and live sustainability in a sustainable way. We live in a world today where we think globally, and sometimes our narrative and discourse around global issues, we can get paralysed. We don't know if there's solutions before us, but I propose to you, this is one way of doing it. So we get back to our environment, put down clay ourselves, learn how to cook it, and for those of you who like the moana, e rapu ana te kai mai te moana, me te ngahere, for those of us that go out and harvest kai out of the sea or in the forestry, in the bush, you've got those resources that you can start reconnecting into your family life. Hey whānau, I'll pause it here and come back. Again, if you liked it, click the subscribe button, and if you found this helpful, give us a message, and pass it on to someone else if they wanted to learn how to do a bolognese. Alright, matua!